send you to Atlanta now, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis are on the call.
Larry, we are just off of Centennial Olympic Park Drive at the home of the Falcons since 1992. It's the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Diego Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And right away, he lost the football. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The starting lineup for the Chargers of San Diego. Who are we discussing out of this unit, Charles?
A big guy out of Arkansas. Their tight end, a second-round pick, Hunter Henry. Many people had a first-round grade on him. Plays the best tight end coming out of the draft. Has the ability to get down the middle of the field, get into the seams, and knows how to find dead space against the defense and create plays.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's go! Detroit!
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in across the chalk. Touchdown, San Diego. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a cut to the sideline. 23 yards on the play.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard them over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And his kick is good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today. They're facing a high-powered attack.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Their big-bodied receiver hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They run the counter now on first down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they ask their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, you might want to tear up your scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up the first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
That's pulled in at the 32. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Shift together here from the D-line.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Touchdown, Falcons! It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop it there. Over. Let's go. Green, 39.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Detroit.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here we go now.
the gun. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And the Falcons grab it. The 40. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. And again this time to the tailback. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14.
No, check, Patriot. Gun. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Time running out here on the play clock. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So out come the Chargers. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And they'll go on the ground. Uses the stiff arm. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's got it up and through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
All right, here we go. Watching that, Barney.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They go back to the air here after the INT on the left. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. They shakes it off. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Now let's go. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's got time. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this one is incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 13 yards there on the pickup. Good enough for a San Diego first down. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them. Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
And the wideout in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Let's go! 3-19!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was a statement stop right there. Now forces the opposing head coach to answer this question. What do you do on 4th down?
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
Play clock winding down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And he's able to get it out of there. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. We'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. They come up in an offset eye.
All right, now look at 56. Let's go. Green, 39. Green, over.
They're going to look to throw. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Ten yards still left on second down. And he motions the wide receiver. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Now let's go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he fields it cleanly. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now San Diego getting set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And to give this time to the tailback. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll come out in the pistol. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And they'll run it here. Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Defense showing blitz. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And on the ground they go with a running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic. that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep...
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what?
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chargers, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.